Welcome, beautiful people, to Artists Uncut. My name is Major DeVoe. We are your new hosts. This is my new co-host as well.
Lamore in the building.
In the building.
In the building.
You in the
Yes.
chair, in the building, we in here. So let's explain to them what exactly is Artists Uncut. Why are
So,
we here?
Artists Uncut, pretty much we talk about the industry, we keep it raw, unfiltered, and we just bring it to you real. Everything that's going on. Pretty much.
Not too raw.
I like
a little
it raw.
razzle dazzle.
Baby, I like it raw.
How
That's
many
my
kids
favorite
you
song.
got?
I got one. So I guess I don't go too raw, huh?
You know what? That's crazy. You know who been going raw?
Who? Nick Cannon? So what you hear?
I heard that he insured his testicles.
For how much?
I don't know the amount. $10 million? $10 billion?
That's crazy.
Billion would be crazy if he did.
So they say, look, so he insured his testicles for $10 million. They say that if you have more than 10 kids, you don't have to pay like child support or something like that.
Well, that sounds like the best idea, to just keep having kids.
Would you insure your
But wait. What does it take to make a claim for testicle insurance? Like it exploded.
So I
I
guess
ejaculated too many times. Like,
if
I don't
somebody-
understand how does that work? How would you be able to file a claim and say I need to get $10
First
million
of all,
dollars?
what insurance company did he go with to insure his testicles?
They have insurance for everything. Kanye West insured his mental. He has like mental health insurance to where when he had that tour that he canceled, Kanye West made millions of dollars because he insured it as a mental breakdown, that he had a mental breakdown.
So what would you insure if you could? What's your most
My
prized?
hands. My hands.
Why is that?
Because I'm good with my hands.
Oh, I think that's another show.
It might be.
So yeah, that's crazy. So how many kids does he have though?
I don't know. How many? I'm like, where's the producers at? How many can we get some fun facts?
I know. Can we get some facts out there? How many kids?
How many kids?
Because I didn't lost count. What, Mariah Carey? He got two. No, he got twins, right?
But he is a serial. He makes wifey girls not wifey no more. He takes wifey type women that most men would like to marry and have start a family with, that most guys can't get, are not attainable, and then he takes them and he makes them baby mamas. Like, yeah, you used to be wifey type. Now,
So how many kids does he have?
21?
He got 12
I thought you
kids.
said 21.
I was like 21. Remember that meme when he was like something plus something? What is it? 21. But that's a lot.
I don't know that
21 kids.
21.
12? Oh, I'm like, dude.
He's got 12 kids, but he's
That's
over.
still a lot.
He's over the 10. He's over the 10 ratio, so he doesn't have to. He's like blessed.
So what do you think about that? You think that's,
Do I think it's fair?
yeah.
Okay, when you think about it like this, if a person has, as a human being, there's no law telling you that you have to stop having kids at a certain time. You can just keep having kids because your body allows you to live, and the more that you have sex, you might just have more kids. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having kids, but being able to support them is one thing. He can support those kids, but
Is he able to give them all that time though? Would you
the
think?
time probably not, because they have separate moms. So that's where I think that it's a little bit like damaging to the kids long term, because there's so many split up households that the kids don't even have
That's crazy.
like how could you have enough time for 12 kids?
But I guess that's cool because as the world goes on, his kids, he gonna have a
Think
full
about it like
dynasty.
Think about it like this. If the world had a natural disaster, right? And there was like 50 people to 100 people left in Los Angeles, I guarantee you one of them people would be Nick Cannon's kids.
Everyone's gonna be.
He would
Cannon, huh?
survive. Nick
We all
Cannon's
gonna be
bloodline would
descendants of
survive.
Nick Cannon. That's fucking crazy.
No, it's true.
Well, my hat goes off to Nick Cannon and his 12 kids. That's a big task.
What do you have under that hat?
Oh no, you don't want to see it. I don't have a haircut. That's one thing I don't have. I gotta mess up mine up.
Necktie.
Yeah, next time you'll see me without the hat. You don't like my hat?
No, it's cool.
All right, don't be hating on my hat.
No, it's great. Okay, one thing that I did want to ask you about, Because I mentioned something about Miley Cyrus earlier, and you said you never heard the song because she just won a
No.
Grammy. Miley Cyrus just won a Grammy for Flowers.
Okay. That's ironic. She won a Grammy for Flowers because it's like they giving her flowers.
Isn't that cute though?
I guess. It's a song.
You know the
good?
song?
No, I haven't heard it. You like it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like I can buy myself flowers, write
So-
my name in the sand.
So how long has she been out now? Or how many
Out the
records?
closet?
No, no. No, I
she
said
gay?
as an artist.
I mean, do we count Hannah Montana as her debut of being out?
She put records out as Hannah Montana? Because that was her Disney character, right?
Well, that's where the money is. That was still her singing, still her face on the album, still her touring.
And she
She sold more records probably as Hannah Montana than most people do as themselves.
she's still good
mainstream
because
artists.
most of the Disney characters, like people who started Disney, they end up going crazy, right? Like what's his name?
You know what? She's one of the ones that slipped through.
Yeah.
Okay. Something I do want to discuss. Okay, so Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus went through her bangers era where she kind of went good girl gone bad. And recently JoJo Siwa has come out with that similar type of good girl gone bad bangers era, but it's just giving like corny novelty. And my daughter, because my kids all follow JoJo Siwa, she makes like the bows and all her fan base's kids. So my daughter's watching this music video of her like humping the girl. She's like, she's trying to make kids be gay, Mom. I'm like, no, I don't think that's what she's trying
That's
to
the
do.
girl that started on YouTube, right?
She's from Dance Moms.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's from Dance Moms. So what do you think about, what do you think about mainstream artists that come out with a child fan base and then eventually when they try to grow up and they want to have their own responsibility, they don't want to be a role model anymore. Do you think that it's important for them to still feel responsible for those children who are following them, like as a role model?
No.
No?
Because they're artists at the end of the day. You know, so that's on the parents. That's like me if I came into the game and I'm doing kid stuff, but then we all grow up, you know? I don't want to do kid shit forever.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I agree with that. I agree with them being able to express themselves, and it's like, it's kind of like a catch-22 on one side because you have a responsibility when you have an influence. And that's just it. Like, you have a responsibility. When you have people following you, you can't just do whatever and just be like, oh, well.
You can.
I mean, you can.
Kanye do whatever the hell he want to do. He don't care he'll make a song talking about church and then
I mean, a lot
he'll
of
make
people
another
do.
song talk about I'm a sick F. I like to,
I know, no,
you know,
you're
he
right.
just do what he
It's
do.
contradiction. He's a walking contradiction.
Yeah.
But also, we see what's happening now. All of the stars are falling, like the Book of Revelations. All the stars are falling. We're seeing Diddy going down. I hear they got stuff. They saying Jay-Z's next. I don't know.
What do you think about the Diddy stuff? You think like all of it is true or some of it is true or, you know, because those some heavy allegations. Have you read the actual?
Yeah, I used to date one of the people that's in the case, so I know a lot of the
So
information.
you in the mix,
I'm not in the mix, but I'm a little bit in the mix. I know about some stuff. I went to Diddy's studio before, and
For real?
I didn't see anybody doing anybody in the butt.
I think I saw you in
I
the
didn't see
video.
anything.
I thought I saw you.
You saw me in the
Yeah, I
video.
saw
You
you
didn't
in
see
the-
me in no video.
No, just-
No, I just walked through, but I didn't see anything weird. I've never seen anything weird with my own eyes, so I can't say, oh yeah, they're doing this. I don't know what they're doing, but I do know that there's cameras in every room for sure, and bathrooms and everywhere
That's crazy.
in the houses and the studios.
So do you think that
But that doesn't mean I wasn't there.
you think that something happened to where someone is after him now, or it just karma? Because you hear all type of stories, you know.
It's the industry. I mean, if you do dirt for like 50 years, eventually, I mean, they didn't have cell phones and stuff back in the day when people were doing dirt. It was a lot easier to
But
get
you
away
think
with
he the
things.
only one? I'm sure there's a lot of people in the industry doing dirt.
Everyone is in the industry doing dirt. That's how he learned it. It's the higher ups that taught him to do what it was, but they only protect you for so long,
That's crazy.
you know?
Yeah, this whole dynasty is like about to be just the only thing
If
left.
he comes
is,
back from this, he might as well just move to Africa or buy an island
Do a
somewhere.
Dave Chappelle.
Move to Epstein's Island. I heard it's open.
Where is Diddy? You haven't seen him since he did that apology. That
Where in the world is
where
Kid?
in the world is Puff Daddy? He go by. Why did he change his name so many times?
He changed his name to Love. I don't know what it is with the people that do the weirdest things that be like, yeah, it's all about love. But then we just see you,
And then you
being out here.
It's not funny. It's not funny. But it's just the irony and doing a love album, coming out with the name Love, and then damn, you can't make this shit up. This is like movie is. Life is a movie.
It's like when female cops try to be overly masculine to overcompensate for the fact that they're a woman. I feel like that's what he's doing with the love situation. Like, he knows that he's not shit, so he's like, let me just put so much love out there that it'll just cover everything.
So what do you think that how did Meek Mill get into this whole mix too?
Well, because there was that video where Meek Mill was like in the pool, and he's like some daddy or something. I don't know. It just look a little.
Yeah, that is weird. I wouldn't let nobody call me daddy.
You wouldn't let nobody call you daddy?
No, definitely.
You had a daughter.
I mean, my daughter, yeah. Even like when, in my life when girls are like, hey, daddy, I don't know, it sounds...
It's kind of creepy a little bit, huh?
To me,
Can we normalize that being creepy?
It don't turn me on.
It's the fact that I think the P word ism nowadays is, the culture of it is just normalized, but we don't realize that that's what it is. Because just like in general, why do you want to be smashed by your father? Why are we saying daddy in the bedroom?
I think they have daddy issues, man. That's probably why.
Well, I mean, exactly. So that's what I'm saying, though. That within itself is a little.
And then it's even worse when
a
man
weird.
is calling another man daddy. Hey, daddy, like the way you do that, daddy. Hell no, that's crazy. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen with her. That's a very crazy situation. Yeah, like you said, all the stars that we once looked up to, they are falling.
Stars are falling.
So that means be careful what you do, because what you do in the dark will sometime come to light.
It's a lesson, right? I
Yeah,
swear, everything I do
crazy.
now, I'm like, oh, let me be careful, because everybody's got a phone. There's cameras everywhere. You never know what you could do. I almost ran over an old lady in the parking lot.
Almost. So
No, I didn't really run her over. She tried to say
I
I
hope
ran
you
her over.
didn't
It was
run
like
her
a crackhead lady, though. Okay, excuse me.
Oh,
It was a lady who seemed like she was on drugs.
Uh-huh.
And I was reversing, and she was just like, But then she was like, you didn't see her hit me? And all the people was like, man, you should have been standing right there behind her car.
Well, good thing you had a mirror. You had the little camera, right?
I didn't hit her. I was moving like super slow, but she was trying to play me,
Yeah.
jump in front of the car.
Welcome to
But all the
downtown
cameras,
LA.
even the cameras around there, you got to be careful. There's cameras everywhere. If I really hit her, it was to the point where I was like, all right, well, let's go in here and look at these cameras. If I hit you, then we'll deal with it. If I hit you, I'm so sorry.
You
But
would have got out, be like, oh, just crackhead. Never mind, I'm out here.
she's like, so what you gonna give me? I was like, I looked at my purse. I only had like $5 cash. I was like, I got $5. She's like, you gonna give me $5?
That's funny.
I swear I didn't hit the lady.
Yeah, the world is crazy.
Yeah. So what are the topics you got?
As far as I was thinking about what happened with Kanye too. Kanye, he just got hit with a sexual harassment lawsuit
from one of
his
his models
assistant or something like that.
assistant.
Didn't she have an OnlyFans or something like that? Why would you hire?
Well, the thing is this: how do you sit on the phone with somebody and allow them to finish touching themselves till they climax? And then you don't hang up the phone. It's kind of like the Boondocks. If I didn't want to get peed on, I just move out the way, right? So hang up the phone if you don't want to get.
So
jacked
you
off.
think she lying?
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not ever discrediting the victims, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also some things that are just kind of like common sense. It's like, okay, yes, you can't be like, oh, I was afraid to go to work because I was afraid he was going to not pay me.
Mm-hmm.
You continued to work there for a long time. Why now all of a sudden that everybody's coming out,
Right?
and everybody's getting
You think
sued?
they just trying to get a check or what?
No, I think that people have a platform to feel comfortable now to share what happened to them because it's trending.
But how do you know who's lying and who's not? Because there are some people out there who just do shit just to get a check. They're like, oh, this is what's popping right now. Everyone getting sued, so let me go ahead and jump in here, and because you can sue anybody for anything, doesn't mean that it's true, but sometimes throughout history we've seen people lie and bring suits, and then we're like, damn, they're lying the whole
Well,
time.
they didn't lie about R. Kelly. Like, back to the Boondocks. Say the Boondocks called it.
That's crazy.
They called it.
That's crazy. it was in our face before it really came to light in reality, huh?
Yeah, but people still dancing to. I'm not gonna lie, I still dance to R. Kelly's music.
You,
Do you still listen to R. Kelly music?
no,
I feel
not
like
really.
he suffered enough.
You know what? Because now you don't you don't know
No,
what
yes.
you don't know what he's talking about. You don't know who he's talking about.
No, you know who we talk about now.
Well, you
That
know,
age ain't nothing but a number. Hit
right.
different.
So now when you listen to stuff like when you know the meaning,
It's an ignorance
you
is
can't
bliss.
hear it. Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't enjoy it
but when you
anymore.
know,
Yeah.
I can't. It's just like a artist that sings R&B and then he comes out as gay. Like I don't have nothing against gay men, but now
Not that there's anything wrong with
yeah,
that.
but in my head now, when I listen to him sing, I'm like, oh, he's singing about a man, so like I can't identify with it the same, you know?
Yeah, I really like a lot of Frank Ocean's music, and you know,
Yeah,
it's
and
Pride
he's a
Month,
dope
you know.
artist. Yeah,
It's Pride Month, so all the prideful people, shout out to y'all. But I will say this: when I loved the song so much, but once he came out and I listened to it again, I was like, oh, a new feel. Oh, he talking about something that I don't want to sing along to this
didn't he
anymore.
do a record when he was in jail too?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
actually. He was in jail.
Didn't he come out with a
Wait,
record?
when did he go to jail?
Who, R. Kelly?
I'm talking about Frank Ocean.
Oh, I was talking about R. Kelly.
Oh, I'm like Frank Ocean went to jail when?
No.
Why?
No, I was talking about R. Kelly. But yeah, speaking of tapes, you heard about the Megan Thee Stallion, the AI tape? So it's a sex tape going around with Meg Thee Stallion. But they're saying that it's AI, so I don't know if it is.
Man,
That's
if
kinda
they
scary.
had that when when the R. Kelly videos came out,
Uh-huh.
he would have said it was AI. He
Yeah,
probably
that
would have got
shit-
away
was,
with
that
it.
shit was on VH. That came out so long ago. But yeah, now that's what artists can do now, though.
But it's
People
also
that
scary because somebody can literally just make up anything about you and
put it out.
put it out.
And what's it called? It's called deep something.
Deep fake.
Deep fake.
But they've been using deepfakes for years. You would never know.
So what would you do if a video came out with AI? Would you?
What would I do?
Yeah.
What could I do?
What if it like benefited you and you ended up like Kim K or something?
You're very weird for asking that
would you
question.
say
I
it's
just want to tell you
me?
that.
I'm just saying, like, if a tape came
No,
out,
what
someone deepfaked my tape, I'll be like, what's the reaction? Oh yeah, that's me.
Hopefully they gave me a nice body. Give me my dream body then. Like, damn, Adrian, that's what you was working with. No,
So do you think it was her though?
I never saw it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not familiar with the sex tapes. I bet you was watching them. Huh? Did you
No, I
enjoy
didn't.
it?
No, I didn't see it. I
Did
just
you
heard
finish?
about it. No, I, first of all, I didn't see the tape. But yeah, that's
No,
kinda
seriously,
that's
y'all should
scary.
probably edit that out.
Yeah, that's scary. So as an artist, you know.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Do you think that Megan Thee Stallion was lying about the Tory Lanez situation that's going on?
What, him shooting her in the foot?
Yeah, because that whole situation is like old news now. But as talented as she is, it's like something's just not adding up with that.
Well, they're saying what, her security guard or something. Someone came forward and said that shit didn't add up. So I know they're saying that Tory Lanez during COVID, when he did that whole NFT situation and he started getting paid from his NFTs, and they were saying he was going against like the industry. And they say when you go against a machine, that's when stuff starts happening, you know. So then after that, shortly, all of a sudden, you know, the whole situation with Meg Thee Stallion, and then he goes to jail, and his whole career is just like, you know, how long did he get jail time for?
I don't know, but he's been in there for a minute now, and I feel like it was said that the friend had gunpowder in her hand or something like that. The stories that I kind of put together, I'm not sure, I'm not factual. This is all alleged, all alleged, right? Was that the friend did it, and then
Her homegirl?
yeah, because he was smashing the homegirl too.
That's crazy.
It's crazy because
Wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall, just there, just
no, what if I get shot?
unless you got good aim? I doubt
wanna
you
get
getting shot
shot.
as a fly. That's funny.
I don't want to get shot at all.
Toronto, like Canada, just going down. First, Tory, Drake. You think Drake is still as relevant?
The
as he
music
was?
industry itself, actually, just in the nightlife, is taking a major hit right now in Los Angeles. I don't know about other places in the U.S., but there's been a major decrease in like concert sales and people that are coming out supporting music events and things like that. And I don't know if it's because of the raising prices with food and gas and rent and everything, or it's just a season that people are just bored. I don't know.
I mean, well, they say we in a recession. I don't know. I just know food's
They've been saying that since I was in middle school.
I went to the grocery store the other day. I bought like 5 items. That shit was like almost $100. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, that's probably why
I don't
people
eat.
not.
It's like I was skinny.
But then also, they said something about Live Nation was being sued for trying to monopolize the concert industry or something like that.
But doesn't Vanguard own that?
I'm not sure. Vanguard, that's one of those big companies like BlackRock and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a sister company. Vanguard owns like a lot of other companies, as well as like a lot of TV platforms, like BET and stuff like that.
Have you done any shows lately or what?
As far as what?
Singing, your artistry.
Well, I did a show last night that I hosted, and I bust my butt and fell off the stage, like a.
What happened? You getting old, huh?
No, it was.
Your knees just
I'm rubbing my knee right now, like oh. I was feeling like Peter Griffin.
For like the whole 20 minutes.
20 minutes on the floor. Just.
That was crazy.
No, I just I've been afraid of that actually my whole life, and I always envisioned in my mind like if I ever fail, what would I do? Just get up and start swinging my hair like Beyonce or something.
And what did you do when you fell?
I was getting up, but they were trying to take the mic from me and like help me. I'm like, no, I need to document this to the people when I'm getting up. And while I got up,
Did anyone mention it after the show?
all night. They mentioned it all night, but I just finished up with a little Donnie McClurkin. We fall down, but we get up, and had everybody singing along with me and moved right along with the show.
So whoever you worked with as an artist, anyone that?
Who have I worked with as artists?
Yeah.
To be honest, I have not worked with anyone as a music artist that is someone to mention. Shout out all my people, I love y'all, but no one's like mainstream that you would know unless you just know them through me.
Who would you want to work with? Who's like that one person where you like, man, I'll pay whatever just to do a feature with him?
Probably Pharrell.
Pharrell?
To get like a Pharrell to do a song for me.
Is Pharrell still doing music like that?
Yeah.
What's the last thing he put out or last thing he produced?
Whatever comes with the that's usually Pharrell. It's like 4.
So why Pharrell?
Because I like him.
Were you like his production value or what?
I've been a fan for a long time. Pharrell is he's a good crossover artist, crossover producer, because a lot of his beats can be in multiple genres. It can be hip hop, R&B, possibly alternative, pop. So because of that, I like that.
So do you think like the older artists like Pharrell, Missy Elliott, and all them, do you think they hit better than the current artists of today? Because you know how when we get older, like people be like, oh, music don't sound the same. But is it because it's different, or is it because the vibration or the music is actually like not as good? What do you think?
Honestly think that music is a lot more generic now. And a lot of people are not living enough experiential life to be able to express it through music. Like they're going through the starving artist phase, and that's giving them like a lot of motivation to make great music because people want to hear a story, they want to be able to relate. And people really respect realism now, especially now that we're in the age of AI and everything is so mass produced and everything is so kind of like cookie cutter, kind of fake. People are really drawing towards realism at the same time, even though they're also drawing towards that. But a lot of other people are drawing towards realism. So I think that people, when they get older in the game and they mature in the game, they run out of things to talk about. And that's when they start going to songwriters and things like that to be able to keep the fan base going, to be able to keep themselves relevant, because a lot of these artists are in lifetime contracts, like you don't get to just decide you don't want to be Michael Jackson anymore. Like you're still going to be Michael Jackson for the rest of your life. Like, so you have to continue putting out music until this contract is over. So because of that, a lot of times they don't want to anymore. They don't want to talk about the same stuff because it's like, I'm not living like that. I'm not living over here doing this, doing that anymore. I'm actually living in a different place. I'm out the hood, but maybe your fan base doesn't want to hear you talk about that. Your fan base wants to hear you talk about being in the hood. So how do you keep that going? You make some generic music to keep yourself, get the people what they want. And I think that that's what it's becoming now, is giving the people what they want, mainstream wise, not underground, versus just sharing art and having it be an artistic expression, and then letting the people just like it or not like it. But yeah, I think that Missy Elliott is definitely a GOAT. And the quality of music that she does is so good that I don't think that we've been having that type of quality. We don't even have people do like a ballad at the end of the music anymore.
No.
Like after 3 minutes, that's it. The song's over.
3 minutes. It's not even 3 minutes. It's like 2 minutes now for a song. Songs is short. Like
My
that new
songs are all
song,
under 3 minutes.
Million Dollar Baby.
Oh,
That
speaking
came
of that, we need to talk about the trending songs.
trending.
The top, that's one of them for sure, because I've been hearing that all week on my phone.
Who sings that? What's the artist name? Million Dollar Baby. I know when I heard it, I was like, oh, this kind of catchy.
So we need
but
to
they
get
make them
the-
short because it makes you want to keep playing it back and back. But you know who's like who I think as a older artist, who I don't feel like he can ever get old? Future. I feel like Future gonna be like,
Man, Future is
70,
past, man.
70 years old. His most recent album was cool.
He made that album probably like 7 years ago. I watched this thing with Future. He said he has like 50 albums just ready to go already recorded.
He gonna be 100.
He just
still
releasing
releasing music.
Literally.
Drake be trying to do the same thing, but he
Oh, but Drake fell off now.
that's crazy. You think
Nothing's the
Kendrick? You think
same.
Kendrick destroyed his?
Womp womp.
I know the irony, of his song title. You think Kendrick killed him off like 50 did Ja Rule? What you think?
Emotional damage.
Because they say Kendrick went #1 with Not Like Us in Toronto. That's a slap in the face. That's crazy. So what do you think that means for Drake?
Does
You think he
Drake
gonna
come outside anymore?
I ain't seen
Like, can he leave that? Can he go to the club and feel comfortable as Drake?
it. And I heard he took a lot of those records down.
Poor
that
Drake.
he was doing
Drake, we here for you.
during the
you need
diss.
support, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray for you, Drake.
So what do you think about that? You think Drake can come back?
Do I think Drake can come back?
Yeah.
That's one of those things that honestly you can always come back as long as you just keep going. If you stop too long and get embarrassed, just like when I fell off the stage, if I would have just like walked away, it would have been like, that's crazy. It was such a big moment. But if you keep going, people kind of forget about stuff eventually. Just keep putting out content as long as it's good. I realized that people really ain't shit, because even Drake's most loyal fans, they not like us. A minor, like, it doesn't matter. This song is slapping, and that.
Yeah, they say everyone got a short attention span. I mean,
That's what it is.
Not
People have a
attention
very-
span, but short memory.
They do.
Yeah. So
They're gonna forget about
So
it.
do you think though, like, you think that Kendrick hit some points though, saying that he's a culture vulture? You know, he just borrowing things from the industry just to the culture to prove his blackness and stuff like that.
We've all seen like Drake songs that we all love quoted from like
because he's a
movie
dope
clip,
artist. He's a
word
dope
for word.
artist, yeah.
But he does not write his music. So being a dope artist is just like he's a dope actor.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
I've always said
he's
that
a dope
too, yeah.
entertainer and actor. But as an artist, what is his art? Is he creating art, or is he acting out somebody else's art? He's presenting someone else's art. He's not creating it. So I mean, I guess he is part of his voice, and I'm sure he puts a little swag on there or whatever. But at the end of the day, to me, Drake is. I look at Drake like an actor.
So he's just a musical actor.
Yes, it's like something fun that we like to enjoy, but I don't take him seriously as a lyricist because I know he didn't write the music.
Right. So that takes you out of that category. If you didn't write your own music, you can't be considered one of the greats, is what you're saying, as far as a
Well,
rapper.
that means we'd
is
have to take everybody off because almost every
You don't
top
think,
artist doesn't write their music.
you don't think Kendrick wrote his own music?
I'm sure
Because you never heard anything about
Kendrick.
Kendrick having someone ghostwrite his stuff.
True, but you did hear about all the people on Twitter that came out and was like, "Oh, he stole my tweet to write this." It was actually kind of smart. I think that's actually smart. I wish he would have actually just said that, like, "Yeah, I went on Twitter and took all the people that were roasting you on Twitter and put it in the song." Because like word for word, Even the A minor line, it came from Twitter. Somebody else wrote that, and they didn't get any credit for it. But it's public information. It's Twitter. I don't have to credit you. If you don't want it out, then don't post it.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so I mean, technically, that's a technicality. Does that count as writing your own music? Because you just put together some quotes, but you did put them together yourself in the best way possible. You did that, Kendrick.
You like Sexy Red?
No.
Why you say it like that?
Like what?
No.
Because
Why
I
would
don't.
you ask me that?
I don't dislike her. I don't dislove her because I love all the little beautiful people that God put on this earth. You know.
I mean, yeah. Do you like her?
But as a
music?
mother, as a woman, as a
She
woman
had the
of
baby.
color,
She had the baby already, huh?
as a woman of color, I just think about what does this footprint do to our culture long term. Things we chase this like momentary gratification as human beings with our short attention span, and we don't think about like how that could be long term, how that's going to affect the children that are watching this. How is it affecting the culture when we are desensitizing ourselves to things that are very bad and detrimental to not only our health, our body, our physical health when it comes to sexual health and things like that, but also our mental health. Living that lifestyle is really bad for your mental health. It leaves women in a horrible place, and then being in the mindset of, oh, well, you know what, he paid me. Like, it's good, but what happens when you don't have that beauty anymore? What happens when your pussy's run down? Then what? What do you have? You don't have anything to show for yourself because you've been using your pussy the whole time.
Is she like, but there was artists before her who were doing, like Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown. They pretty much rap about the same thing.
But the difference was, it was like, there's a way to be trashy. Does that make sense?
No. Trashy is
There's
trashy
a way to
to me.
present things that are adult without making it dirty. You know what I'm saying? Even though Lil' Kim's talking about that,
Trashy is trashy though. How can you not make trashy trashy?
Okay, well,
there's
I'll
no
pick another
classy
word.
trashy. Give me an example,
I'll pick another
please.
word. For example, Lil' Kim in that video where she had all the different colors, shit like the yellow. I know you see me on the video. True. She's talking literally through the whole thing. I'll be in a dress all see-through. You know, if he doesn't pay me, then I'm going to call his girlfriend type thing. She's literally talking about prostituting in the whole thing. But you don't notice it.
Okay.
Until
So
you
you're
really
saying
sit
that-
there. And then she doesn't look dirty. It looks cool. It looks trendy. It looks like it's still presented in a way that is somewhat tasteful.
So you said-
and it's still like, you know.
Sexy Red just straightforward. She like
Sexy
my booty
Red
hole brown.
is doing it like a
Pound
prostitute
town.
in the alley. There's
Yeah.
a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, even Lil' Kim was saying, like, I'm going to be in a see-through dress looking nice, and you got to pay me. She didn't say, my butthole is brown. Like, there's just, like, that was specifically marketed to children. There's no person that marketed that to an adult.
What's her name? What's her name? Kia? My neck, my back.
Yeah.
My
pussy and my crack, yes.
So what you got to say to that one?
I mean, it's the same thing. She was talking about one specific thing, though. Even with that, she's not saying she's selling it. She's just talking about her husband. Maybe she's talking about her husband, little current booty crack, and her everything else.
Yeah.
Maybe, but not Sexy Red. She looking for a new pappy for her babies. That's horrible. Why are we promoting broken households in the Black community? That's the problem, is that everything is so fun until it's not. Until you have generational curses, until your kids don't have anything going on for themselves because you taught them that was cool and acceptable. And it's like, who's going to be the standard to say, no, we don't accept that because we don't want that for our kids and we don't want that for ourselves. But
And I'm just playing devil's advocate, you know.
If we bring her on the show, then I'm going to be like, hey, girl.
Is that her fault or is that the parents' fault, though, for allowing their kids to
She's a grown person.
No. What I'm saying is the parents give the kids the access to the music, though,
Not
right?
necessarily, because I have kids and I don't give them access to that music, and yet all they have to do is walk outside, somebody's playing it. At the school, they playing it.
I know they did have her after school.
They're having that. That's what I'm saying.
That's wild.
The machine is pushing this specifically. Every artist has a target market audience. They know exactly who you're targeting, who they want you to be, who is your appeal to. They dress you based off of that. Everything is based off of like business. It's all done in business. So understanding that the music industry is a business, it's all well thought out and it's all well planned and specifically targeted to children. So that's the thing about it that sucks, because the children are the ones who are going to make those decisions. We've already made our decisions. We can listen to that music and it not affect us as adults. I can listen to I'm Looking for the Hoes, Shake That Ass Bitch, and never even shake my ass. I could just sing along to it and have a good time. But kids, their brains are so much more easily programmable to like actually practically do things that you're telling them to do. And
So what's the solution? What do you think can be done to fix that?
Kids Bop. No,
They be remaking all those songs for Kid Bop.
I think they did Sexy Red off of Kids Bop.
I think they did. Yeah, how much money do they make off of those songs? That's crazy. People really like.
Once Kids Bop redoes your record, that's how you know you made
popping.
it.
It was like the equivalent of what, Weird Al Yankovic, if he.
It's kind of scary. Like, how do we get kids to listen to inappropriate music that we know we're not supposed to listen to? We'll get kids to sing it. What?
What's the Kid Bop version of? Hold on, I want to hear this.
The irony of that.
Kid Bop version. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. What's that Sexy Red song? The one she talking about her booty hole brown.
I don't know the name of the Booty Hole Brown song actually.
Hold on.
She did come out with a lip gloss line, and all the names were like gonorrhea.
That's crazy.
Discharge Yellow.
What the fuck?
That was the name of the colors for her line.
And people was buying that?
That's the thing. I think they're doing it on purpose. Not even, I think they're trolling us. They're trolling everybody. It's like Drewski. They're just trolling everybody the whole time. And then we're in the era of making a career off of trolling. Like, you don't know if they're serious or not serious, but either way, people are eating it up just because it's so shocking.
They have WAP version for.
They have WAP Kids Bop?
I don't know.
You lying.
Hold on, I'm looking right now. It's so wild.
I did see they had Adonis, Drake's son, write a diss track to Kendrick. I don't know if it was AI version or not, but it was hilarious.
What do you think? You think TikTok gonna get shut down?
They've been threatening to shut down TikTok for like 2 talks.
Because a lot of people's music gets popping from TikTok, right? Like they get discovered from TikTok. TikTok is a
You
big.
do a campaign. You can do a campaign with TikTok.
Is a big part of like getting people's music out, right?
For sure.
So what do you think is going to happen with that? Because they said that the president signed off on it already. So they're about to sue. TikTok is going to sue because they said it's unconstitutional. So you think that will affect the music industry too?
That's very interesting for TikTok, a Chinese company, right?
Yeah.
To sue for something being unconstitutional in our constitution when they don't even let their people watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. They literally said, China just said you can't flex no more.
You can't flex.
Like flex, you can't show off all your material stuff.
Oh, because communism?
I don't know. But they making it against the law, like no flexing. No flex zone.
It's about to be a no flex zone in China?
That's crazy.
Thank you guys for joining us. Catch us here again next week at Artists Uncut. My name is Major DeVoe.
Lamore the Great.
And we'll see y'all
We'll
soon.
see you next week for more Uncut news.